right, so we start the show, and I was confused because I didn't know if this was just them showing the match or if this was a recap, because this is how their whole show is.
Yeah, so I think we talked about this a while ago. With Hardcore TV, it was
It's like a clip show.
Yeah, so ECW did super shows. Is that what you call them? Pay-per-views?
Sure.
Not pay-per-views.
Sure.
Oh, I don't even know how to explain it. So,
They're like just big super shows is probably a good way.
Well, like imagine if we taped the You Already Know, right?
Right.
And instead of putting it up as a pay-per-view, we create a whole show around like 3 of the matches maybe. And then
sure. It was like
and
fire.
then they put promos and stuff in there as well.
Right.
But it's not like they so when you go to the pay-per-view, because it's or go to the show, Gangsta's Paradise was the show.
That's right. That's what this one is kind of revolving around.
So if you go to that, you don't get a hardcore. It's not like a hardcore TV taping. It's just like you're getting like a full card of matches. So it's like,
and they turn it into a TV show.
And they turn it into a TV show. So that's how ECW was run in '95, which is actually kind of smart, because like
I actually like this a lot.
Because then you can get, if a match is not so great, you can cut parts of it.
Hell yeah, dude! Every match looks awesome because they fucking trim everything.
Yeah, and so yeah, we're getting clips from Gangsta's Paradise throughout this entire show here, which is pretty cool.
This is a crazy way to open the show, because this is a big match here. So it's the Pitbulls, Pitbull number 1 and Pitbull number 2, taking on Raven. As they would be. Taking on supposedly just Raven. Now, Raven and Stevie Richards are the tag team champions of ECW here.
The biggest loser in the history of ever, Stevie Richards.
He's Raven's bitch. That's all he is.
Of course, yes.
And Raven is the coolest dude fucking ever. He's the best.
He's still really cool here, and he gets cooler, and he's always cool.
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
I'll stop.
Okay. So yeah, Raven's the coolest dude ever. Like, he's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So he's in his prime here. Though his TNA run is pretty good too.
His WWE run is legendary.
I'm not going to talk about that. The Pitbulls come to the ring. Raven's already seated in the corner. Beulah McGillicuddy on the apron. For those that don't know, Beulah McGillicuddy she was a fat girl at summer camp that was in love with Tommy Dreamer, who Raven was in love with, but she wouldn't give him the time of day. And now she's hot. So she's back to haunt Tommy Dreamer, and she's Raven's
So how
girl.
does this relate to the
It doesn't.
The Rich Raven and
there's non-canon to what you're fucking talking about.
And where's Canyon in all of this?
Canyon's not involved in this either. Stop.
Just trying to figure it out. It's kind of blurry for me, so maybe we'll figure it out.
It should stay blurry for you. I'm blurring it. I'm blurring.
Yeah,
blurring.
Okay. Makes sense, yes.
So this is supposed to be a tag title match, but supposedly Stevie Richards injured his arm. That's at least what they're saying. Beulah steps up and says, listen, the only thing I ask is you to make this fair and make this 2 out of 3 falls. I have no idea how that makes it fair. Raven's in a handicap match, supposedly. I don't know why 2 out of 3 falls would make it better. But
not only handicap, it's a dog collar match, right?
So it is a dog collar match, but they never, ever mention.
No, they don't. And also, I think Joey Styles says, bullshit, I don't think Richards is hurt. I didn't see a cast on him or anything. I don't think his arm's hurt.
No, Joey Styles says, Stevie's probably cowering in the ladies' room. So that's so Raven is set to defend the tag titles here on his own. Pitbull number 1 attacks Stevie in the back and drags him to the ring. Stevie is busted open.
He wears the dog collar, goes to the back, and then puts it around Stevie Richards' neck, I'm
drags him out.
And then drags him out.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes.
Pitbull number 2 puts a table in the ring. Pitbull number 1 and Stevie are still fighting on the outside. Raven puts fucking Pitbull number 2 on the top of the table.
Most scuffed looking table, by the way. It's like,
dude,
beaten
it's like
up.
Plywood.
Yeah, it is crazy looking. This table's awesome.
Well, Raven pile drives Pitbull number 2 through this table. It breaks in the shittiest way possible. Like, the legs stay up and they just go through the middle of it.
Yeah,
it's fucked up. But Raven gets a 3, wins the first fall. Then the Pitbulls Super Bomb, which is a power bomb off the second rope, top rope.
Sweet name for the move, by the way. I love
Super
it.
Bomb is an awesome name, yeah. Candido's was better, but Blonde Bombshell, but this was still cool. They Super Bomb Stevie through a table. Fucking table explodes.
You might
Joe
have seen
Styles
this
says,
clip.
"Oh my god!"
You've probably seen this clip. It is a legendary clip. It's on the ECW intro. If you see the EXTREME intro.
Oh yes.
They show this clip a lot, which I never knew where it came from, and yeah, it came from here. Super Bomb. And
through
Richards.
a table. It's awesome. Cool. So Pitbulls get the second fall. Big ECW chant. Everyone's fired up here. The referee eventually gets sandwiched in the corner by Pitbull number 2. By the way, just to differentiate the Pitbulls for anyone that doesn't know, if you've seen the Pitbulls, Pitbull number 2 is the bald one. That's all you need to know. Pitbull number 2 is bald. Pitbull number 1, not bald. Pitbull number 1 is Gary Wolf. So that's all you need to know.
Yes.
So the ref gets sandwiched in the corner. Another table gets set up in the ring. The Dudleys hit the ring. But I believe this is either before or just about the time that the Bubba and Devon are in. So this is not Bubba and Devon coming out here.
No, this is the B team, or I guess B team, right? I don't know.
This is OG Dudleys.
OG
this is
Dudleys,
original Dudleys.
But
Yeah.
if you think of like the lore of the Dudley, right? The Dudley boys
Right.
or whatever.
They're the
would be
lesser,
like the lackeys, kind of, I guess, right?
So it is Dances with Dudley, and I believe what's the other one?
They said Dudley. Is that a thing?
Dudley, yes.
I don't
Dudley,
know. I don't know nothing about Dudley.
No, that's right. Yeah, so originally the Dudleys were just an inbred family gimmick.
Oh, they
like
say it. Yeah, Joey Styles makes sure to let us know that they're inbred. But
I'm pretty sure it's a Raven gimmick that he came up with, like Blue Meanie. But yeah, Dudley. So there's a million Dudleys. Dances with Dudley, Big Dick Dudley, Sign Guy Dudley.
I don't remember Dudley. That was long or what?
OG. Eventually, Devon and Bubba join, but they're originally they're not a team at first. They're feuding, Bubba and Devon. Like they're against each other, and then eventually they come together.
Dude, I do not know my Dudley lore. I always thought, like you always think the Dudley boys, like that's them.
Yeah, no, they were like the last Dudleys.
That's insane, and they were the most successful.
They were the most successful. Yeah.
Wow.
And they started out as rivals. Yeah.
I did not know that. That's crazy.
Dances with Dudley and Dudley hit the ring. Stevie and Raven hit stereo super bombs from across the ring to each other, to the Pitbulls. Pitbulls no-sell Road Warrior style get up. Crowds fucking popping. They start fucking everyone up. Stereo double DDTs.
Dude, I wrote that down. So I wrote stereo double DDTs.
Yeah, to the Dudleys and Raven and Stevie from all of them. They super bombed Dudley. Joey Styles, as you said, and all of his inbred brothers felt that one. They super bombed Dances with Dudley. Then because Dances with Dudley is I guess he's a Native American gimmick.
Yeah, like Dances with Wolves. You know that movie? You
yes.
Seen that movie? You heard about this?
Well, have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Joey says, "See you at the reservation. Say hello to Tatanka. I hear he's looking for work too."
Why you got with Tatanka?
Tatanka just got fired by WWF. That's why.
He said, why fuck me? Why you say fuck me?
Why is he fuck me?
I didn't do anything.
Pitbull number 2 does a fuck you suplex to Stevie and puts him through a table. While Raven, I think, kills Pitbull 2 on the outside and unhooks him from the dog collar.
Yeah, it suplex him or whatever.
Yeah, I think so. One of my favorite ECW things is when the crowd goes, woo, 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 when the fucking paramedics come out. Which is tremendous. That needs to come back.
Which the paramedic is just a guy wearing all white, which is funny.
Paramedics come out to stretcher out Pitbull number 2. Beulah gets in the ring. Then Stevie's ex-girlfriend, Francine, hits the ring and attacks Beulah.
Cat.
Raven grips up Francine and hits her with a fucking DDT, which looked gnarly, by the way.
Yeah, that was crazy looking.
Yeah, Francine started as like a crazy Stevie Richards fan. That was her original gimmick.
Wow. Okay.
She was a Stevie Richards obsessed fan that became his girlfriend, and then he broke up with her.
All right.
Pitbull, yeah, as I said, Pitbull number 2 gets stretchered out. Then Tommy Dreamer in a cut-off flannel shirt hits the ring, puts himself in the chain that's attached to Raven, and they start fucking brawling. Dreamer hits a DDT on Raven, and then Pitbull number 1 and Dreamer win the tag titles?
Dude, at this point, before like anything else goes down, I said, what the fuck is this? This is so stupid. It's
so overbooked, but the crowd is eating it up, and I love it, by the way.
Dude, by the way, it's like we're in the Raven Dreamer feud, right? Where Dreamer has not beat not beat Raven,
yes,
right?
Correct.
Is that what's going on
never
here?
beat him. Never beat him until Raven leaves.
So at this point, I'm like, that was such a fucking stupid finish. Why did they do that? But we continue on here.
It was a swerve, Tony. It was a swerve because
they got me.
Alfonso,
They got me, dude. They got me.
Yeah, Joey puts it over crazy. He said, Tommy Dreamer's dream has been fulfilled. He pinned Raven in the center of the ring. But Bill Alfonso, the commissioner from the Pennsylvania State Athletic Commission, comes out. I don't know how he has say over this company, but he does.
Dude, I think that's pretty cool. Like, I actually liked him being the commissioner of the Athletic Commission because, like, you know, they're just a pain in the ass.
By default, you hate the Athletic Commission.
They're a pain in the ass to pro wrestling,
They fucking are!
So for him to be the commissioner of that, and then there's still, like, owners of the company, and so, like, he has say over what goes on there, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is fucking cool. So Bill Alfonso comes down and says, I let a match take place 203 falls, and that wasn't the contract, Daddy. You never pinned Raven. I'm not allowing that pinfall to go down in the record books. That match is over because the Pitbulls can't continue. So he's retconning the Dreamer win. This did not count. Alfonso gives the tag titles back to Raven and Stevie. And then ECW Commissioner Todd Gordon hits the ring. He's fucking fired up. Restarts the match. Bill Alfonso bumps Todd Gordon. Big Dick Dudley. He has one crutch. One hand chokeslams Dreamer.
That was awesome.
So this is another thing here, Tony. You're learning a lot about ECW here tonight, Tony.
Dude, I thought I knew, but I'm not in the 95 trenches of ECW.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So, 911, super over.
Super bass guy, cool guy.
911
huge
is
guy.
Yes, super fucking over at ECW, and his thing obviously was the chokeslam. He came in, he was fucking Paul Heyman's fucking just guy. He would just chokeslam it. He'd come out, chokeslam. Crowd would chant 911. He'd come out and chokeslam. He chokeslammed Santa Claus one time. It was
That is awesome.
Yeah. Bill Alfonso from the State Athletic Commission banned the chokeslam. No chokeslams allowed in ECW. So Big Dick Dudley chokeslams Dreamer. And Bill Alfonso gets on the mic and says, "I'm allowed a chokeslam tonight, Daddy." Which immediately sets off the crowd. The crowd starts chanting 911 because Bill Alfonso just fucking wrote his death sentence. He allowed the chokeslam. 911 comes out, and Bill Alfonso says, "You're not going to chokeslam me." 911 chokeslams him. Kills him. Chokeslams him to hell. Shirtless Tommy Dreamer is hugging 911. This finish to this match is nuts.
Dude,
this is fucking
I've
crazy.
never even thought of a move like this.
This has
let
to
alone
be
seen it ever.
This has to be completely unsafe. Someone had to get hurt here.
Dude, we need to pass this on to Violence Forever and let them do that.
Dude, Jake something in Speedball need to do this with dude, all the boys.
I don't think I could even think of I'm anticipating what this move is because we're hyping it up, but I couldn't even dream this move up, and it is so cool.
It's fucked up. They double load up Stevie Richards and Raven onto Pitbull number 2, who is standing on the second rope. So I think it's Raven is in the powerbomb. Then they load Stevie up behind him. So double loaded up powerbomb.
Like if you're playing chicken in the pool, where you get on his shoulders.
He does not get on his shoulders though. He's just behind him.
Yeah, exactly.
So double super bomb, and Stevie eats complete fucking shit and dies. And the Pitbulls win the tag titles. Everyone loses their shit. This is absurd. Absurd.
Oh, by the way, Todd Gordon counts the pin here. Legal, I guess.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he makes the pin. I don't know.
Okay, I guess he's allowed to do that.
Well, it's
him
versus Bill Alfonso, so it makes sense.
Sure.
So, there it is.
And Bill Alfonso was a WWF referee, so I think that's why he can fucking.
Oh, sure.
Which explains fucking what happens here later.
Dude, when they first did it, and I was like, oh, this shitty Dreamer wins the tag belts here, that sucks.
Dude, I was like, there's no fucking way, because I didn't remember that either.
Yeah, I was like, that kind of sucks. And then they were like, swerve, and they're like, swerve again. I'm like, oh fuck, they got me. ECW's back, baby.
Yeah. This is based. Yeah, Dreamer doesn't beat Raven until Raven leaves for WCW.
Wow. Yeah,
but if Raven hadn't left, I don't know if Dreamer would have ever beat him.
No, I think that's what they said on the Rise and Fall. He never wanted to
Yeah, he never
win.
was supposed to. Yeah, but it was just, So yeah, we go backstage, and Pitbull number 2 is on. The Pitbulls are back here, and they're talking, and Pitbull 2 says, "Give me the life of a Pitbull, or give me death." What?
Exactly, right? Yeah.
Pitbull number 1 says, "We not only kicked your ass, and took your belts, we also took your babe."
Oh, no.
Francine is Stevie's ex, so unless Francine broke up with Stevie, I'm not too sure. I might be wrong about him breaking up with her. Francine says, "See you, Stevie," and chews gum fucking Ken Kennedy style.
Of course.